Alright there, enjoyers of mediocre at best Civil War real-time strategy games. That is very, very specific niche. We're back with episode, I don't know, 5? 5 sounds, we'll go with 5 or whatever I put in the video description. We're in February of 62 on this modified Spring 61 campaign, and we are waiting for the... It's not going to be long, but we are waiting for campaign season to open, which is pretty much the Union's time to try to run roughshod over us. They're sitting pretty at about 220,000, about 50,000 more than what we've been able to muster. I think as we go into March, I'll probably go around and dish out the weapons to everyone who needs them. We definitely need more up in Northern Virginia. We have too many folks concentrated down here, but that's because I wanted to try to deal with this 4th Corps before winter ends. I don't see that happening. I guess I was waiting for another force to magically appear. It was probably Johnston, which, good luck, right? Well, we can still issue the order, and I guess Magruder, he's got supplies, so it's not a bad supply spot. Let me think. Who does Stewart have under him? So it's just Ferguson at the moment. What issues bonds? This is not good. If you don't know what that means, it's not a good thing. How's national support's okay? I think this might be one of the last takes of Civ Order we can do before we got to start plowing everything back into propaganda, or back into propaganda. We have farm mechanization. That's very welcome for the 3% volunteers, 3% crops, but it is more expensive than the vanilla, the initial take. So I think that was probably, I don't know, 5.5, 6 million, something like that. Anyways, that was that, and Johnson's just never going to make it, I don't think. Here, we'll take him out of scouting. I don't even know how much that's helping us in terms of readiness, but I'm very skeptical that we're going to be able to finish that move and then get back into Northern Virginia before all this breaks out. Alright, so I have joined... Wow, the Union actually even has a better interest rate. The good news, if you don't recall, or are just joining us, is that we are working our way through the Bank Act, which will go into effect middle of March. This looks like an unholy terror in front of us. I don't know if it is, but it certainly looks that way. I think the plan over here is as best we can get Polk and Bragg to move against the 1st Corps and that fort. I don't know about that. That's all right. So that's not who we need. We need to get Garnett. I didn't think of moving him, but he's got a bunch of troops showing up, so he's not in a great position to do too much. I kind of need him to just move down this rail line, even if he just makes it to Knoxville by early to mid-April. That would be good enough, and then we can try to move him in and just hope for the best here in the center. I'm not too sure. Yeah, but that's where things end. I think on the high seas, if I remember at the end of last episode, right, we had actually won. Okay, we can at least get them scouting and do so. Yeah, we had won over here. We'd beaten another fleet back. And this one's just about ready to go. I think I'm going to move this. And I believe, unless I've missed something. So Rockets Landing, West Point, Gosport, Amancock, all Memphis. That's right, I'm still waiting on the last bunch of cotton clads to get finished, and then we'll build them up. But basically, we got to fight the battle for the Chesapeake. That would be big. This winter, I did not get around to liberating Fort Monroe, so oh well. Okay, Garnett is there. How bad is Johnston? Might have to leave him in scouting. Might have to. Yeah, and unfortunately, we're now out of supply, and Fourth Corps knows to book it. They're good like that, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. So it's been a very busy movement. I'm thinking of Warhammer Fantasy Table, a very busy movement phase here in the winter of 62. I don't know if this is accurate, but if it is, these armies, as soon as they can move, they ought to be deploying somewhere along this line of Springfield to Cairo to threaten to push either into Arkansas or into Tennessee. But it looks like there's a lot that has Tennessee's number called and in mind. What am I seeing here? I don't think that was. Oh, that was right. How bad are they? They are bad. A lot of those ships are bad. I don't even know what we can salvage here. It doesn't look like we have any cottonclads that can come out, so they just gotta sit in harbor until they are ready to go. But it was Ferguson Square I was looking for. Yeah, I really want to wait till winter quarters are over. It would be nice to have them over here. Johnson's done. There's nothing else he can do. It's going to be him and Beauregard, and Beauregard I now see is too far forward. I don't even really like either of those places, but there's not too much we can do to save Winchester. When Johnson gets his readiness back, we'll probably put him maybe up here, and maybe those two armies can cooperate. And if I can ever get Hampton's division to catch whatever Union army has eluded me thus far, probably just look for the IAPs and figure it out. But I also can't really attack him with Magruder. He doesn't have the force. He's outnumbered by about 50%. So maybe the best we can do is keep him locked up in this interior. Garnett is pretty. I don't know. He's not ready to move. If I could move Garnett and that new North Carolina army, we'd be maybe able to do something about that rogue corps. All right, we're closing. Well, just as saying we're closing the gap. They've continued recruitment as they should. Yeah, man. This is this is interesting. I'm not even going to worry about recruitment office because even though there is a recruitment issue or a numbers issue, nah, not really. I could get those troops into the field. I just can't afford them for very long, so. Huh. Not sure what to do. I guess I could call the game unfair, quit, throw it, all that other stuff. Also, in terms of policies, like, yeah, I mean, it's possible disunion. Filibustering, admittedly, not the best, but I had it in there for a potential late campaign intervention or dual intervention. Southern Pacific, Union Pacific, breadbasket support. I mean, those are solid Union policies, and it's just that's where things stand. Man, even that little bit of winter movement is just burning through the readiness. Beauregard usually gets his back pretty fast. At least he did earlier in I think late 61, 62. But he'll barely be green, I suspect, by the time April 1st rolls around. So I'm guessing, based on the IIPs that are controlled, there's nothing here. But they also have that and that. I don't know. If they're going for Knoxville or Charlotte. I also don't know how they're doing it without burning through their readiness, because they're in enemy territory. I'm certain it is cut off from supply. Feels like it should be. All right, this Charleston squadron can't do too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it over at Elizabeth and try to lighten the effect of that blockade. They have fleets stacked on top of each other, which is very difficult to break because of the way readiness works in naval battles. Even if you win the first one, you'll lose. Even if you have really superior navy, your readiness is likely going to be drained from the first battle, and so then you'll go on and you'll lose the second just on the readiness push. And hopefully you don't disintegrate, but you might. And by the way, if you haven't heard me earlier in campaign or whatever, there are really no buffs to the AI in this campaign. I've removed them on the campaign level. I've removed them at the battle level so that they're dealing in the same incentives and environment that I'm working in. So, because I didn't like that part of the game, I wanted to try to modify it so it would play better. I don't know that. Oh my goodness, I did not get this memo. All right. Well, that doesn't matter so much. This matters. I don't know how big the third corps is. It's big. Okay, Polk. I would just kind of move. But see, I mean, if that's slowing my movement down by 62%, I would imagine it's doing something to them. But we're going to come back with about 28,000, so we if those intel numbers are right, we should be okay. The Army of Tennessee here doesn't need to do much. But that'll be one to watch. How's it? All right, so they're national morale. They're now moving down a bit. We're kind of treading water. Huh. Okay, we'll get McCullough scouting to get his readiness up. Well, we'll see what happens here. I guess we probably won't make contact until Polk disembarks. I'm also wondering, probably should have had thinking I should have had a hospital somewhere here at Nashville. Okay. Yeah, so they got what they got, we got what we got. Let's do it. It's 7 hour, okay, so it's 7 hours until Beauregard shows up. That's fine. All right, here is the report. They're led by Fremont. Ashbury Church. All right, so holy moly. This is all vegetated. Means we have no good sight lines. Where do we think? According to our intelligence, where are they coming in? Here, we'll don't matter too much, but where do we think they're coming? Over here, possibly over here. So it could be just about anywhere. I mean, if I deploy forward and they just run around me, then that's no good. If they do come in here, they're probably going to come up this road. Come in here, then they still have to come up this road. So it looks like in all likelihood, they're going to end up here. If they come in over here, then they still kind of... So like this area up here looks like basically a line from the round forest down here to whatever this is. They have to come in. I I'm going to deploy like this. Alright, we're going to send Hood off. Right, that's the closest road, I believe. They might be able to bushwhack. We'll send them off over there. Where could we use some fortifications? It's tough. I don't know. It's tough ground to kind of choose to defend because there aren't great sightlines anyway. That, by the way, that is a nice looking building. I don't know what that was. Maybe I just construct a little thing over here. I don't want to sound too much like Bob Ross. Good enough. Alright, get rid of this. Makes it ugly. Get rid of that. Minor defeat. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, this ain't good artillery. But that's fine. I don't have a lot of artillery, and neither do they. I think they have 35 guns. So we may just eat it and just say that is what it is, I guess. Polk, what are you doing? Oh, that was your force. It's embarrassing. Yeah, Pillow we'll put kind of up here. Parsons will put kind of up here. Unless they take... I don't think they're going to get on that path. I think we should be okay. Alright, let's play it. Let's try to get over here and see what we can see. Alright, we'll put them under the defend stance. Put them under the defend stance. I forgot to do it, but I'll do it now. We'll detach your artillery. And that way, if we need to move the divisions, we can. It's early in the morning, so whenever our reinforcements get here, they may well not be in the fight today. Oh dear. Okay, so we missed them by a lot. We see we have Cedric's cavalry behind us. Alright. What we want to do is take Parsons down here. I'm trying to think about what I want to do with Pillow here. Yeah, no, not really. We'll give him those movement orders. Look, the reason is I don't know what's up here. And if Pillow's division stays up here and gets absolutely smashed by all that infantry, that then leaves only this one division sitting back here on the point. So if we'd gone up and challenged him with Pillow, then we have to bring these folks up as well. But we're going to be outnumbered about 2 to 1 until our reinforcements get here, and that's still a ways away. So I'm looking to delay that fight, and I really don't want these guys doing what they're doing right now. Trying to keep them on paths. There is a path here, but that means Sedgwick and Smith both have... Oh, that's right. The artillery did not move because I detached it. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll move that down there. So they are moving in. Okay, we are going to recall our scouts. Or at least try to. Alright. And you are now in a bad position. So we're going to get Preston out of there. We're going to bring his scouts back. But he's about to get hit by 2 cav and probably several infantry. So if they want to chase that or if they want to hold up for that, that's actually a great use of our cav. In that they get to stay alive and they buy us time to reposition. So, alright, we'll try to... Oh, these little glitches are so fun. Alright, I'm going to leave. My goodness. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave Preston's cavalry there. And we can always, it looks like, bring them up here. Maybe get them on a road to come up and around. We'll see. I know Oh, that's right, it was the other campaign. I bet it's a lot of these units. First battle. Might be everyone. So on morale, we're even. We aren't going to get very much in objective points from these guys. That's just the way it is. Alright, we're going to send scouts out. And maybe we'll... Since we can't really see what... Can't see anything from Preston or Haygood. We're just going to move around rather than lose that cav brigade. I'm not really sure what good they would do just bonsaiing into the back lines. Alright, so Stuart is here. That's fine. We're going to bring Stuart back here. Pull over and around. Disrupted, winded. Alright, alright. So, why don't we try to get up there? And I think I'm breaking my rule. I'm trying to do divisional commands. What was it? Alright, so Pillow is there. Parsons is here. So why don't we try to get Parsons? Yeah, kind of like that. Alright, so we'll have them do that. And then we'll have Pillow kind of get over there. And we will hope for the best. Yeah, they're tired. And they got to me before I got to switch up all those weapons. So we're in trouble here. You see, we're running over here down this road to come back and around, and they're already on that road. All right, let's see what we can do here. How tired is Preston? Been running around. guess we're just gonna lay down. All right. Actually, I know it's not good to change plans mid-battle. I also just wonder if it's worth pulling back to the other side, waiting for reinforcements, and then going from there. I don't know. But we're here, and I'm trying to learn the lesson that I've learned and unlearned too many times, which is that you try to do too much, and inevitably you won't do any of it. You'll kind of fiddle too much, and just makes things worse. I guess they didn't like what they saw, which was more CSA closing in. Again, these would be much better overlooking an open field, but we play the map we have here. I think we're close enough that we can withdraw our scouts back into the parent unit. Alright, Whitting is there. Alright. And we'll just see what happens, I think. Disrupted and tired. Untrained. Winded, untrained. First combat. But I also think that that's probably true, right? The whole quote they give us from Lincoln, right? Your men are green, but so are theirs. So that was actually a little cool. I was not planning to do that, but I need a thumbnail, so this is also kind of cool. So we're going with that. That actually might be the best. I know the graphics in this game early on were kind of cartoony, circa 2005, but actually I say that, but Imperial Glory was not that long. It was around that time. It did quite a bit, but it had far fewer models. But the game looks much better. It's come a long way. Thanks to the efforts of several. And I'm none of them. I had nothing to do with it, but alright, so we got that coming in. You're eager, you're rested. You're at least poorly trained, so you got that going. Alright. Alright. I guess that Cav didn't see slack over here. Though I think they are using my own breastworks against me as they move backwards through it. That's very insulting. They're using the Cav as the horses as meat shields. I know sometimes I just refer to the horses in Cav as the Cav, but of course, horses by themselves are horses. But when equipped with men and put in a military setting, you call it cavalry. Not to be confused with Calvary, which is a hill. Alright, let's get down, let's get loose. It looks like McClellan. I will never say McClernand's name right. Alright, he's coming for us, so we might as well try to engage him. Probably not going to stop him in the field. Well, they just jumped on their horses, probably in front of a bunch of old smoothie, in front of a bunch of buck and ball, so that was fun. Are they routing or are they running? They are routing. Hala Jalula. Now we are supposed to be in single line. However, You know what? I'm just gonna let it unfold, man. Hey, they did what they tried to do, I think, which was stop them. Did we stop them in the field? Yeah, we did. They did not. They did not get the cover bonus. We did. And we're dismounted in loose formation, so we'll do the best we can. Right, I've nerfed the cav by cutting their ammo from 60 to 45. It's technically symmetrical, but I usually think I do a little bit better job with my cav. But I also, you know, stolen the moniker of kill cavalry because I also get them killed. But if you kind of knew how to use them, you could just get way too much value out of them. I've also increased the price by increasing the number of horses you need for cavalry units. So it's a little something. It's symmetrical, and I think it makes it harder to just lean on dismounted cav for everything. I wonder, are we... They're starting to switch their angles here. I think they're also going to run backwards into slack. I know this is a bigger engagement. I really want to watch my cavalry in that tree line. I think it looks really cool. And this is just a mess for you War of Rights type, right? This is Miller's... It's not Miller's cornfield, but it's basically like Miller's cornfield. Although, that looks like wheat, not corn. And the men are taller than it. So... whatever. But we have a mix of Pawn Jr.'s kind of broken formation brigade. Uh-oh. They figured out who was behind him. Alright, I always find this stupid, so I'm not going to make them sit there and just duck. They can actually stand up and shoot and try to do something. I'm okay with that. Holler if you want, but... Oh, we got a break on McLaren. Now, I can micro my cav, right? That's what I usually do. So, no, I would not advance that way. What are you doing, man? Is Taliaferro, does he are they actually shooting? Oh, they're about to be. It's still less micro than I used to do. Yeah, moves like this I just don't understand. Like, you have the old smooth where you can't move back. It don't matter to me if you're about to break. You can't move back. Oh no. And that's how quickly things turn. By trying to engage that cav, or that artillery with my cav, we actually ended up losing them. So I think I'm going to be, I was going to say behind, because even though we've had some decent moves, it hasn't been the best. No, let's not do that. Yeah, you're on defend, that's good enough. I think, though, we're probably going to get wiped here. It looks that way. I'm going to get wiped before reinforcements show up. So. Oh, they're bringing a charge in. Well, we'll charge them back, or try to, or something. I guess we don't have the option to now, so... Oh, then we'll just hope for the best. But it is cavalry charging us. Cavalry which has now mounted. We're still there. If barely. Yeah, our losses have been higher. We'll see. We'll see if we can rally Preston. Yeah, I think these were just bad decisions. I mean, in retrospect, right? Although I don't know if kind of deploying and even having everyone here would have mattered. I think the only way we might have pulled this one out is if we defend on this back line, but then we have to, as I mentioned earlier, we kind of have to cross. All right, we're done. We're not going to hold this. Where is it? Yeah, we're going to retreat. And we'll just have to live with the result. And Parsons fell. So even though they did a lot, they routed and they got ran off. I guess, yeah, it was a rough one. So kudos to that very green Union force that just marched right up and marched right over. That's exactly what the AI should do. I don't think it's Pond Jr.'s fault. I think it's my fault. But that's that. Yep. We are defeated at Nashville. So we got to see how far we run. All that other good stuff. Okay, they're not going to fall that far back. Bragg, I don't know how much your readiness matters, but we'll try to give you a little bit. That's right. Whitting is also going to be down. But man, the more I think of it, it's wintertime. It's 30,000 men are marching in enemy territory, and they just absolutely bowled me over. Yeah, Bragg's not going to be able to do anything about it, so I think we're just going to burn this supply depot, not let them get it. Salvage what we can. It might be... they are so smart for sitting on this. I did not do that. But that is such a hassle to not be able to cross there and use that rail. I think because it's still wintertime and we should be heavily penalized for our movement, I don't know that I can even move McCullough anywhere. I don't think they're going to be anywhere near ready. And that battle should be a reminder of several things, but one is we got to upgrade these weapons. Rifle muskets are fine. Yeah, those are you gents back east are going to need, well, everybody's going to need a lot of help, it looks. Fayetteville. Okay. They are pretty good. All right, so nothing has to go to the Army of Shenandoah. Yeah, Western Army does need stuff. Okay. So you've been around a while. I like giving the Western Armies the plains rifles. Completely LARPing reasons. It's not LARPing. I know what I meant. Even if rightfully nobody else does. Hawkins, sure. Why not? Macintosh, yeah, that's good. 6-pounder. All right, so we're going to make that 6-pounder. When it comes in, it's going to come in with Napoleons. And, geez, I don't know if I should give Price anything. He's not engaged. He has a lot of disabled, too. Okay, Garnett, I expect to be heavily engaged. Whichever theater he ends up getting stuck in, if he never makes it where he ought to. All right, we got to give them some sort of rifle. 3-inch is fine. Fayetteville, sure. Richmond, sure. And, I don't know, maybe all we can give them are reboard for now. Okay, this should be a rifle, so we'll make that a parrot. I'll give you reboard. We'll give you Richmond's reboard. I think they'll get Springfield muskets, because that's what we can afford. Yeah, probably muskets. Right, that's Hampton's division. They're kind of just chasing that core out there somewhere. So, Army of North Carolina, I think I have to come back to, because it's the Army of Tennessee that looks like they got their hands full. All right, that's Napoleon, so we'll make this 3-inch. That's a 10-pounder, so we'll make this a Napoleon. All right, it's a decent mix. Who needs upgrades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, I guess. Okay, 6, 7. Need 7 upgrades for the Army of Tennessee. Let's see how many we can get. That's 1. Probably should spread out the quality here a little bit. Oh, they're actually okay. What? Okay. Fayetteville. And... Alright, we'll give you Richmond. And we'll give you Fayetteville. And you can get reboard. And I think that's it now. So, as bad as everything is going, they should at least have better weapons, and yeah, we'll see who else shows up. So we still have the issue of Army of North Carolina and then Price. Way out west. The Cav part, I think, is easy enough. Right, we do that. The artillery part is actually pretty easy as well. Just becomes a matter of other things, which is what we want to do with our infantry weapons. I think the muskets are... I mean, we're almost out of reboard, too. Yeah, we're out of everything. Oh. Alright, that's going to have to be it for them. I think all the weapons are still on order. Yeah, I mean, The cab is actually just about fine. I don't even know. Well, I'm not going to put in another order of artillery. And I need those infantry weapons, which are almost done. Which means we're going to have to reorder soon. Alright, let's go out to price. And what does he need? Alright, he's okay. Alright, so you need a rifle. Waitman. Alright, so yeah, I guess as we equip some of them, we might get other things back. I don't know. Hawken, reboard, and actually I think that's it. They can get Springfield. Oh, they could have gotten hold on. I can get them Hawkins as well. Alright, Springfield musket, reboard musket, yeah. Now this feels like a CSA campaign. Going broke, outnumbered, not enough good weapons to go around. I have not even touched the Union between videos or anything like that. But they're doing the right thing. It's almost a 50,000 man advantage still. Morale and support is as close as the AI has ever been. Almost a year in. We're pretty much 11 months in. Alright. Florida, do what you can. Yeah, getting Polk back is going to be a mess. Okay, Johnston. It's being Johnston, but that's... Oh, I thought this was blue. I was like, when did they take Richmond? It wouldn't surprise me, but when? Army of Southwest Missouri has 60,000. Now, did I see them over here? Yeah. Alright, so that's what it is. So the 3rd Corps has almost half of that. And the rest is in other corps. I wonder if it's just time to bring Price back. And start thinking about flexing into Tennessee. I'm leaning in that direction. Let's see. Winter quarters, I think, end this month. Yeah. Well, some forces like Johnston. It's 2-star Johnston. Sometimes he just magically shows up with a 3rd star. I think Bragg does the same. It's hard to find a rhyme or reason for it, but he'll get back up. Really wish I knew where that force was. Let's see, did we learn anything here? We know we still have Knoxville, so there's somewhere up here. Trying to triangulate it. I would guess somewhere over here. That still puts them in enemy territory. It feels like they should be out of supply. All right, Ferguson. Let's see. No, actually, let's not do that. We will wait until the end of the month and then move him. The reason is they're a new army, and I just don't think they're going to recover their readiness that fast, and they're going to burn through it if I try to move them during the winter. All right, we're only down to a projected deficit of 250 million. Interest rate, man. Where are we? We should actually be just about done with this. Should be nice. That'll help bring in money. I also wonder if it's just time to think about some of those policies earlier that I said don't take. I mean, war bonds is like the true emergency policy. You get a great boost to your credit rating, and it just absolutely demolishes public wealth. So it's one of those you do it because there's just no other way you can find to hang on. What does nationalized trade at get me? I'd rather have this support, I think. I was gonna wager that this army would be out of supply. Yeah, you can be nervous. All right, I was trying to move this through so that we can actually get some movement here. I thought this was gonna be like a several month episode, and that last battle, not so much. Yeah, Bank Act, now big decision time. Revenue Act, I think, is the way to go. The hits to support are modest. That would be nice. King Cotton would be nice for the additional agricultural subsidies. But I think I'm going to go Revenue Act. All right, so somebody here is out of supply. Yeah, it's the Third Corps. Jeez, I wish Polk could get that readiness back. Low ammunition, but yeah, kind of. Doesn't seem to carry over to the in-game part though, so it's kind of like who cares. And Price does that glitch where you give them an order and they don't move. We're up to triple B negative, but that's just because, I think purely because of the Bank Act. 6.25% interest rate. That's, I think, manageable. Yeah. Subsidies are a lot. I don't know. How far away are we from this? All right, 11 million. So within a year, we could upgrade our credit rating. Logistics reform is actually pretty close. I forget what I made this, though. If it's a 5% or 10% now. I just don't remember. Do we have... Do I want Civ Order? No. No. No, I want propaganda. We're actually on the verge of just barely being behind the AI. If you equalize national morale and support. How is this group doing? They're doing okay. All right, and that's all about ready. All right, so that's some hopeful news. We'll start throwing the Charleston fleet, and we'll start moving Rousseau up here as well. We'll start throwing them at what's going on here in the Chesapeake, and then we'll also get some flotilla, one or two at least, moving through the Mississippi to try to clean up this line right here, and then maybe interdict some of the stuff that's moving through Kentucky and Missouri and into Tennessee, Arkansas. I can't get him in offensive stance yet, so he couldn't support an attack. Oh, it's April. Yikes. So what are they up to? Oh, they lost Nathaniel Lyon? Huh. That's very strange. Alright, Johnston, go up there. Garnett, go over here. Hampton's division, you go there for now. And Ferguson, yeah, I don't know what else to do with you, so move you here. Sure, you can move in scouting. I don't care. All right, that is that. Yeah, and they got the Revenue Act. Well, we'll give it a day or two before the new projections show up, but they should be doing quite well. All right, we're going to move Price over here. We'll move McCullough up here. They say we're evenly matched. I'm not sure that's true. All right, we got to actually create... Because if I wait to the beginning of the next episode, I will forget this forever. We got to create a new fleet. I don't know if I can do it at Memphis with an enemy fleet there. Who else do we have? What else do we have? Oh. Well, it still looks like we would just get spawned right into it, so. What's this? Greenville? That should be fine. Greenville in... There we go. Yeah, so we'll build that, and we'll give it a bunch of cotton clads. 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be good, and we'll move that up here. And actually, if that's the case, naval units tend to get readiness back pretty quick, so maybe we can just move the Western Army over after that. All right. There's a 5th Army? All right, so Beauregard did not get his readiness back nearly as fast as I thought he would. Okay, you gotta move out of that encampment there and get moving. Propaganda needs some more. All right, I think we've hit probably a good stopping point for this episode. We have troops in transit. We think we kind of know where, well, I think I kind of might know where some of them are, and we'll try to throw some of these attacks back, but I think a lot of the fighting is best left to another episode. But I've enjoyed this one. This is, by far, this has been 3 years of playing this game. This is the most challenging. I thought this was the enemy for a minute. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Most challenging campaign I've played, and it's done by removing most of the nerfs for the AI, and just putting them on a more level playing field, and then getting rid of those perks, which maybe it was riding those perks a little too hard. Thought I was good, so that's been a learning experience, and a good one. So, anyways, I'm having fun. I hope you are too, and I hope to have you back for the next one.